You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
I'm Smiley the dog. I am a mutt. I'm Smiley the dog. I'm super smiley. I have a cat, 2 sweets, the travel kitty. I have a good girlfriend, Angel's really pretty. I have a pony and we share a big horse. We have a big yard. Yeah, we have to, of course. I have a pool. In the summer I stay cool. We do a fountain, live in the mountain, live high on the hog. Need to be a spokes dog. I'm Smiley the dog. I am a mutt. I'm Smiley the dog. I'm super smiley.
Woof and Super Smiles. Welcome to a Super Smiley adventure on Pet Life Radio, the largest pet radio network in the world. I'm Megan Blake, the pet lifestyle coach, here with my super possum sidekick, Super Smiley, national spokesdog for the American Humane Association Hero Dog Awards. The Hero Dog Awards will be coming up on October 5th in Beverly Hills, and you can vote every day for your favorite hero dog at herodogawards.org. And while you're there, be sure to check on Super Smiley's link to find out what Smiley's been up to. And today on a Super Smiley adventure, we're having a kindness zoo. It's a zoo with a kindness crew for canines and kitties because we have a record number of guests. 4 guests on at the same time. Say hi, everybody.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Okay, and we're all here because we are so super excited about a weekend that's coming up. Kindness for Animals Weekend. It starts with the Wag and Walk for adoption, includes 2 Super Smiley flash mobs for pet adoption, and the Kindness Film Festival featuring the revolutionary film, The Paw Project, along with a brand new film, Happily Ever After, and Kindness, a Super Smiley Dogumentary. We love it! So let's introduce the Kindness crew making this happen. First, Lauren Warfield, the committee chair for Wag and Walk. This weekend starts with you. Hey, Lauren, welcome to a Super Smiley adventure.
Hi, thank you, Megan.
We're really, really happy to have you, and we are so excited to have back Dr. Jennifer Conrad, the super veterinarian and creator of the Paw Project film and grassroots movement to end declawing. Hey, Dr. Jennifer.
Hey, Megan. Thanks for having me back.
Oh, of course. And then we have Tanya Dickson. Tanya is an amazing animal advocate and filmmaker who's creating webisodes for the way cool Pet Matchmaker website founded by acclaimed actress and animal lover Elaine Hendrix. Hey, Tanya.
Hey, Megan. Sparky and I are here, and we're so happy you've included us in today's interview.
Very, very cool. And that's what I was going to say is Sparky with you. Sparky is Tanya's sidekick, and he's a veteran Super Smiley flash mobber, right?
Right, and my co-host for Happily Ever After.
Dogs make good co-hosts, don't you think?
They really do. They're much easier to work with.
And we also have our way cool Doug Erickson. Doug is the creator of the Pet Post, which is the pet news website, which also hosts fabulous pet adoption events. We love Doug. Hey, Doug.
Hey, Megan. Hey, everybody. How we all doing?
I think we're all doing super possum. And Doug is on today because he is the mastermind behind putting the 2 event days together. Doug and I have always wanted to present an event together, and starting with 2 days of kindness is perfect. Doug, how did this happen? How did we do this?
Well, actually, it all started from Lauren. Lauren posted on our timeline for the Pet Post, how do we get Super Smiley Flash Mob over to the Wag and Walk fundraiser? And I said, well, let me make a phone call. I'm going to call my friend Megan. I called you, and then I went to the film festival hosted by Dr. Jenny Conrad, and from there, she asked if we wanted to bring the event to Long Beach, and everything just came together. I called you. We got the date set up, and they were back-to-back, and here we go.
It's so perfect, Doug. Absolutely, Doug. Really, really good thinking. That's called connecting the dots. I love that. And you did mention that for the prior film festival. Let's give them a shout out. That's the Awareness Film Festival. And it's really, really cool. And it featured all 3 of the films we're going to be talking about today, starring the Paw Project. And Lauren, like Doug said, it all starts with you with Wag and Walk Saturday morning. Tell us, what is a Wag and Walk? What is it?
Well, the Wag and Walk is a fundraiser for the Seal Beach Animal Care Center. We do a really fun 1-mile walk through downtown Seal Beach with your 4-legged friend, and we end at our Pet and Craft Fair Expo, where we have live music and entertainment. We have Squeezebox playing, a popular Orange County band. We also have things like doggy yoga and pet photography and animal care behavior 101.
Very cool. And you said that it benefits the Seal Beach Animal Care Center. Can you tell us a little bit more about them? What do they do?
The Seal Beach Animal Care Center has been around for, I believe we have our 25th anniversary this year. We save over 275 cats a year and about 300 dogs a year.
Wow. Very, very good work.
It's a great organization. We love the Seal Beach Animal Care Center. Love them.
We are a no-kill shelter, which makes us pretty special in our area.
Congratulations, Lauren, and thank you for inviting the Super Smiley Flash Mob, which kind of kicked off the whole thing. And on Sunday, the Kindness Film Festival is highlighting the Paw Project, created by our star, Dr. Jennifer Conrad. Dr. Jennifer, your film represents your David versus Goliath grassroots movement. Tell us about your mission.
The mission is to educate the public on the harmful effects of declawing cats. And my hope is that if people understand what declawing is, they will not let their veterinarians do this to any more animals.
We support you so much. We love what you're doing, and you are out there in a big, big way, so we're just honored to help bring it out to the world. And Tanya and Sparky, what are you doing in all this? Well, how are you involved?
Well, it was great because I got to meet Dr. Jennifer, and I already had been flash mobbing with you and Doug and Super Smiley, Sparky and I had, and we all connected again at the Awareness Film Festival run by Sky Kelly, which focuses on films that are aware-based films, including pet and animal appreciation, where we all got to work together, and I was able to screen my short, Happily Ever After. It's a new webisode for the website The Pet Matchmaker, and it's not a dating website for dogs and kitties, just to be clear. What Elaine Hendrix is amazing as an actress, but even more amazing as an animal advocate. And she created a site where we have content, everything from if you've never had a pet, and you don't know where to start, what the right pet is, where to go. They'll matchmake you right there, and lots of experts. If you do have a pet, where can I go for a new vet or agility training, anything you need, Pet Matchmake. And we created Happily Ever After as a webisode answer to all the sad stories that we see on social networks. We're focusing on animals that had a rough time that got their happy ending, just like a fairy tale.
Very cool. And Smiley is totally, yay, we love that. That's what all of us are all about. Smiley is super smiling about that. And we're going to take a very quick break. We'll be right back with our Kindness for Canines and Kitties Super Zoo. Woof!
Sit, stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
I'm Smiley the dog. I'm Super Smiley. Let's rock!
Petco, where the pets go. Petco, where the pets go.
Pet Life Radio has tail-wagging, fur-flying, fabulous deals for our listeners from Petco. Get $6 off your order of $60 or more and up to 40% off the entire Petco site. That's right. But that's not all. Because you're a Pet Life Radio listener, you'll also get free shipping on your order of $49 or more. $6 off, up to 40% off, and free shipping from Pet Life Radio and Petco. To get these awesome deals, go to petcodeals.com. That's petcodeals.com.
Petco, where the pets go. Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
And we're back on a Super Smiley adventure with Wag and Walk's Lauren Warfield, the Pet Post's Doug Erickson, Happily Ever After's Tanya Dickson and Sparky, and Dr. Jennifer Conrad. Dr. Jennifer, I hear you have some super exciting news about your film's distribution. Tell us.
Well, it is exciting. The film is actually going to premiere in New York City on September 27th for that week. And if it does well, it will stay longer. And that makes me really happy because it makes it go into the mainstream, which is what I want. I don't want to re-educate people who know that declawing is amputation and it's bad for their cats. I want to get to people who don't know. And I'm excited about having it be following the normal trails like a normal film, not just an animal film.
That is so exciting. And so people may be able to see it in their area on the big screen across the country, right?
Yes, exactly. It will be available for people to see across the country, and we're asking people to go to tugg.com and request the film come to your area.
Very cool. And how can they find out where it's playing now, where it's already scheduled? Is there a schedule that's up someplace now?
Yeah, people want to look at pawproject.org, then the schedule's up there, and also on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/pawproject, has all the upcoming events. And I'm really excited to get to people who don't know what we all know, which is that animals feel pain and we need to protect them from doing things like declawing that are not necessary and actually detrimental to their health.
Right. Dr. Jennifer, quickly go over that because I know that you were just on our show, but I want to say it again here that some people get their cats declawed because they think it will help behavioral issues. Is that true?
People get their cats declawed hoping that it will stop the cat from scratching the couch. But what happens is that a cat who has been declawed, the first time they go to the litter box, their paws hurt and they think, I'm never using this again, it hurts. And then they also realize that they've been robbed of their primary defense, which is their claws, so they begin to bite. So by declawing the cat, you're actually causing these behavioral problems that are far, far, far worse than scratching. Remember, scratching can be directed to the appropriate surfaces, like the appropriate scratching posts, and then that problem is gone. It's so much better than declawing.
Right, and I love your film because it's not gory. It's not one of the animal advocacy films that might be just, some people might think is too sad. It just simply reveals what we don't know. It educates, but it also has the drama of the battle you waged with the legislators in fighting for cats, right? So there's a lot of dramas. It's a story. It's a true story, right?
It's a true story. I am an animal person just like everybody else on the line, and I didn't want to make a film that makes people depressed or hesitant to see it because they're afraid of the shocking images. I wanted to make a film that was uplifting and showed people that, yes, we can win. The animals can win. And come watch the film and join the movement. We can win.
I love that, and it will be the star of our Kindness Film Festival. Doug, tell us where and when this film festival is going to be taking place.
The film festival is going to be, we're going to host it over here in Long Beach at the Art Theater on Sunday, September 29th. And just real quick, and then the movie is going to start about 12, the movies. Just real quick, especially for the audience, I've always known about cat declawing, but I never really knew the intensity of it or the full story of it or really what's happening to our feline community. So when I saw the movie, and I was just beside myself, and the movie was so well done that I knew I wanted to be part of this movement. So, although many people in Long Beach might already know about the banning of cat declawing, it's still a good way to bring the community together and just reiterate what is happening to our feline community. And, because here we talked about Seal Beach Animal Care Center, there are no kill shelter, and if they do get these cats, it can make them harder for them to adopt. So it makes sense for everybody. We're really excited to have it here in Long Beach.
Yay, Doug. Thank you for putting
Doug.
the festival. Yes, thank you so much for putting it together. And yeah, Dr. Jennifer, you need to recruit Doug to go around speaking for you. How about that?
Yeah, I'd be happy for that. I'm just really happy that you felt that the movie was worth seeing because it really is the biggest tool I've ever had in this fight to protect cats. And I'm really pleased that it's being received so well by the animal community and others, and that it will get seen, because that's all it takes is people to know what declawing is, and it will become illegal.
Sparky has his own Facebook page, and even Sparky, who when he was a pup had prey drive training, so he's now really good with all animals, including cats, and he's talking about it on his page, because one thing I didn't realize was the whole system, as you were mentioning, Doug, going back into the system, the thought process, Dr. Jennifer, that you had and explained to all of us, for me was what just really hooked me in. The fact that these animals, people think, well, we're going to declaw them. They won't hurt our furniture, which I find terrible. Then don't get a kitty if your furniture is more important. And the other thing is then they often do give up on their cats, right? And then they're back. Animals we thought had homes and we could move on to the next group that needed them. Nope, they're back in the system now because people then give up on them with their animal behaviors. Is that kind of the explanation of it?
I think that declawing, if people realize that declawing makes a cat so much more likely to lose its home. In fact, the statistics show that it's almost 2 to 1 more likely to lose the home. Because if someone's intolerant of the cat scratching the couch, then they're really intolerant of the cat biting or not using the litter box. And so these cats lose their homes. Now they're declawed. Now they have the stigma with them of that they don't use the litter box or they're biters. It's very hard for rescues to find new homes for those cats.
I
Very
love
well
that
said.
that message was probably, it's all so important and educational, but in your film, that message was the most important thing that I actually got out of it that made me want to jump on board, because we're all trying to help prevent the shelter system from having to be kill shelters. And here, these are animals that we thought already had homes. And so to hear that whole statistic was mind-blowing for me.
It was. The film is
Yeah,
so
and the
well
other
done.
thing is that I think is really important is that, you know, in the rest of the world, except for Canada, declawing is illegal or considered completely unethical. And they have lower kill rates. For instance, in the UK or in many countries in Europe, they have lower kill rates because they don't have these cats that come in that are unadoptable. I think that's really important, that we should know that cats aren't being declawed in the rest of the world. People aren't dying of cat scratches, and these cats are more likely to stay in their homes.
And that's what it's about, is educating and teaching people so we have kindness for the animals. And once again, it's all starting on Saturday with the Walk for Adoption with Laura, the Wag and Walk. And Laura, this is right near the pier, right? Tell us a little bit about the actual walk. Tell us about the venue. I mean, it's going to be just a beautiful day to come out, right?
Right, it is, and we've been lucky enough to have such beautiful weather the last couple of years. The event starts at the Seal Beach Pier and ends at the Seal Beach Pier. We have 2 parks right next to the pier. They're called Eisenhower Park, and we have vendors on both sides.
You mentioned some of your vendors and activities. Can you tell us again some of the fun things that's going to be going on during the walk?
We have pet photography, we have doggy yoga, we have an animal behavior demonstration, we have pet grooming for those who need a little extra shine. We have low-cost microchipping and vaccines for anybody who needs
Oh, that's
those.
always good. Good.
Yeah.
And you're also going to have, I heard you're going to have Super Smiley Flash Mob, right?
Woof, woof.
Yeah.
It's very rare that Sparky and I would ever miss a Super Smiley Flash Mob for pet adoption, Megan, and we can't wait to get out there. And by dancing with Sparky, I mean laying in front of us for dancing, but same thing. The thought's there.
And everybody can learn the choreography at smileythedog.com. There's a choreography link right there, and on Facebook also. So come Flash Mob for pet adoption. And Lauren, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say that on our Wag and Walk Facebook page, we have a link to your flash mobs, and they are so popular. Everybody shares them. All of our volunteers can't wait. We have a ton of volunteers at the animal shelter, and every single one of them is talking about Super Smiley and Megan Blake and how we can't wait to have the flash mob.
Oh, very cool.
For all of our audience and stuff, this event that Lauren and the Seal Beach Animal Care Center are putting together is so important. It's going to be so much fun. And the reason we try to incorporate so much fun is so we can get people out there. And really, pet adoption is the name of, the whole objective of these events. And keeping in mind that Seal Beach is a no-kill shelter, so the more animals that they can get adopted out into good forever homes, if they can open up enough cages, this allows this great group of volunteers to maybe go to other animal shelters that don't have the opportunity to be a non-kill shelter and pull from them and, help the cyclical opportunity to save more lives. So the more animals we adopt, the more they get pulled and the more they have the opportunity to live.
Absolutely, Doug. And a big shout out to all the volunteers, Lauren, that you just mentioned for the Wag and Walk, for the Seal Beach Shelter. And we are so looking forward to everybody coming in. Super Smiley Flash Mobbing. We'll put that up, and then everybody can blast that out to encourage everyone, like Doug just said, to go out and adopt a pet, which is part of kindness. And we're on to Tanya Dickson and Sparky. Tanya, we go back a long way, don't we?
We do. You're my soul sister, and as we all know, we've seen Sparky and Smiley in action. They're BFFs.
We love Tanya, and we're so thrilled to invite her first film project into the Kindness Film Festival, Happily Ever After, created for the Pet Matchmaker.
I want to thank you all for including us, because we feel that we're on the same page with spreading kindness, and we know there's always going to be a fight to keep us safe and fight against those that don't care. So in that, we want to keep the motivation up, and we want to remember there are a lot of happy endings out there. And for every happy ending that we hear, there's another one right around the corner. And so that's our story. That's what we want to share.
Tanya, Smiley and I have always felt that there was a need for happy material surrounding pet adoption, as opposed to simply all of the harsh images that we sometimes see on television. And it seems like that's your perspective as well. You're agreeing with sharing that, right?
Absolutely. It's really remembering the good stuff that goes on and all the good people that are out there trying to help animals, and to see the stories that an animal has gone through these hardships and had a tough beginning.
You mentioned good people. Speaking of good people, Elaine Hendrix is an acclaimed actress, and many people may not realize. You mentioned earlier that she is a huge animal advocate. I've interviewed her on red carpets at the Genesis Awards, presented by the Humane Society of the United States, and at the American Humane Association Hero Dog Awards. And Dr. Jennifer, speaking of working for animal-friendly legislation, I joined Elaine Hendrix in Sacramento lobbying at our Capitol for humane laws for animals, and Elaine's going to join us on a Super Smiley adventure very, very soon. So Tanya and to Elaine, a big shout out and congratulations to both of you on Happily Ever After and on the Pet Matchmaker. Yay! And
the petmatchmaker.com, and we're right now doing a new story every month. Megan, you're probably one of the next, because we're going to talk about Starfire, because this isn't just dogs or just cats. We have horses lined up for our stories. We have snakes. We have bunnies. We have piggies. And Starfire has an amazing story of rescue and a happily ever after living in Malibu with you and all your family.
Thank you, Tanya. Starfire did hit the jackpot over here. Thank you for inviting me onto your project. And Doug, let me go back to Doug here. Doug, the Pet Post is also a way cool website for pet lovers, and you put on amazing adoption events yourself. Tell us about your website and your mission for kindness and for animals, and the Kindness Film Festival.
Every time I turn around, the Pet Post is trying something new. So first of all, if you want to go visit, it is. We're doing something. We're always evolving and doing fun things for our communities. First of all, go to the Pet Post. It's www.petpost.com. It's very interactive. It's very family-friendly. We have all kinds of videos, pet information, just fun stories, and then, of course, a whole section just talking about our events. So we are out in the community really trying to do what we can for pet adoption. Over the last year, we've saved over 200 dogs and cats.
Yay, Doug. Congratulations about that. And Doug, let me ask you this. You are actually saving animals in your community. I want everyone to know that. The Pet Post is so active and so cool. And as far as the film festival goes, you have the city council excited about it. Tell us about all the people you have coming to our film festival.
I have invited members of the city council. We have members of the media. The community is getting on fire, just excited about attending this event, because that's what we do, doing our best to save animals.
And Doug, where can people get tickets to the movie, the film festival?
They can actually go to brownbag.com. We do have some tickets online there for sale. And they just have to put in the Kindness Film Festival, and that'll pull that up. And it is the Kindness Film Festival featuring the Paw Project at brownbag.com. Or they can just contact us. Go to the Pet Post website, www.thepetpost.com. Up in the upper right-hand tab where it says Contact, send us an email, and we will make sure you get tickets, and then we'll also sell them at the door of the Art Theater.
Be sure and let everyone know what the proceeds are going to. I'm so excited that you're doing this.
Turning around, and they're going back to Dr. Jennifer Conrad and to her mission, Paw Project. We want to make sure she gets herself, get another airline ticket, get this movie, get the awareness out there across the United States so that we can stop this nonsense that we're allowing to happen to our felines and give them a safer and humane place to live.
I love it. Now let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. Super Smiley had an idea for when we get back. It's going to be a lot of fun. Smiley and Sparky, can you wait? Good boys.
Sit, stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
I'm Smiley the dog. I'm Super Smiley. Let's rock!
Dyson. The new Dyson Animal Vacs are powerful bagless upright vacuums for homes with pets. Air muscle and radio root cyclone technology generates the strongest suction power to powerfully remove dust, dirt, and pet hair from the home or car. To order your Dyson Animal Vac, go to DysonDeals.com. DysonDeals.com to order your Dyson Animal Vac today.
Dyson. Music to your ears.
Hi, this is Tim Link, animal communicator and pet expert and host of Animal Rights on Pet Life Radio. Have you ever wanted to know what your pet is really thinking? Do you want to find out if they truly understand what you're trying to tell them? Ever wish you could build a better understanding and closer relationship with your pet? Well, now you can. Learning to communicate with animals is a 4-part on-demand workshop. In the workshop, you'll learn the essential techniques that are necessary to communicate with animals, including what is animal communication, breathing correctly to achieve the perfect state to communicate with your animals at a deeper level, using guided meditation exercises, a method to communicate with animals, and how to send and receive information from your animals. So if you're wanting to learn how to communicate and connect with your animals at a deeper level, visit PetLifeRadio.com/workshop and purchase and download Learning to Communicate with Animals. You'll be glad you did.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Werber from Ask the Vets with Dr. Jeff here on Pet Life Radio. We want to hear from you. Listen in. We're on every Thursday, 1 o'clock Pacific Time, 4 o'clock Eastern Time here on PetLifeRadio.com. We are one of the only live shows on Pet Life Radio, and I'm here to answer your questions. So you can call in at 877-385-8882, or you can drop me an email to drjeff@PetLifeRadio.com, and hopefully we'll see you here on Thursdays.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
I'm Ashley Bell, and we're on a super smiley adventure. Let's rock!
And we're back on a Super Smiley adventure with our kindness crew for canines and kitties. Wag and Walk's Lauren Warfield, Happily Ever After's Tanya Dickson and Sparky, the Pet Post's Doug Erickson, and the Paw Project's Dr. Jennifer Conrad. So Smiley wants to do some quick fire questions. So I'm going to ask a question I want all of you to answer. I'll call on you though, one at a time. Okay, first question is, does your animal talk to you? I will start with that answer. All my animals talk to me all the time. They have lots to say. Tanya, does Sparky talk to you?
All the time. And he's not just mentally communicating. He will come in and get me and tell me, "Roof, water bowl's empty. Roof, you're boring right now. I need some entertainment. Step it up." I mean, the communication I have with him is like no other. Yeah, that's why he has his own social networks, because he can't bother with mine.
Cool. And Doug, who do you have? Do they talk to you? Who have you got at home now?
Well, I have 4 dogs and a cat. Let me just tell you, they all like to talk. They all have their personalities, so we have some really interesting conversations.
Dr. Jennifer, do your cats talk to you?
Yeah, not only do they talk to me, they talk down to me. Oh. They're always snapping their fingers, telling me what I need to do next.
Oh, man. Well, cats rule. There's no doubt about it. Angel and Smiley. I have a big German Shepherd, Angel, and Smiley is the big giant mutt dog, and he will tell you cats rule. Lauren, what do you have to say? Do your animals talk to you?
Absolutely. And we have, for the Wag and Walk, we have about 30 dogs that will come and they'll talk to you and they will tell you all about their story as they strut down the red carpet.
Oh, I love it, Lauren. Perfect. Okay, next question is, what do they say? Tanya, what does Sparky tell you? What's the best thing he says to you?
The best thing he says to me is, entertain me. Sparky, I'm really just his staff. That's all I am, is really his staff, is entertain me. He needs full staff. That's all I can say.
Doug, what about you? What do your dogs tell you? Your kitties, what does everybody say?
Well, they tell me lots, but my Chihuahua in particular is, "Where's my next treat? What are you doing? Give me my next treat. I'm hungry. Food."
Dr. Jennifer, you said they talk down to you. Now, what do they say? Because you are the esteemed Dr. Jennifer, who we all love and honor and cherish having your films around. What do your cats say to you?
Well, I think my cats say the normal things like open the can already, but the most important thing that they say is that they believe I'm doing the right thing for kitty kind, and therefore they share me with all the kitties of North America.
Of course.
Aww,
I love
yay.
That. Yay. Lauren, what about you? What have your animals told you?
Oh, geez. Well, my personal dog at home that I adopted, she always gets jealous just as soon as I go over to the animal shelter and walk those dogs. But I think ultimately all my dogs just say, "Love me, please."
There you go. So I have another question, which is similar to that. I want to know what the best or the most memorable thing they told you was. I have so many. I'll tell you one. I had a cat named Priscilla, and she lived to be 26 years old, Dr. Jennifer. She had cancer literally 6 times with cancer surgeries and chemos. She'd had several strokes, and I would always ask her, "Priscilla, is it time to go? Do you want me to help you?" But it was like I could just hear her saying, I'm still going. And sure enough, the next day she would just get up and walk around and be her big old Priscilla self. So I think that they really tell us important things that are literally life-altering or life-saving. That's what I think. So Tanya, has Sparky told you something really interesting that you'll always remember?
always, and that's be in the moment. It can be really frustrating and sad for those of us that care. And as you know, we've talked about this, Megan, sometimes I just get overwhelmed. I feel like I'm not doing enough. I can't do enough for the animals, and I want to do so much. And then also, working in the artistic community, sometimes that can get overwhelming and frustrating. And he keeps me grounded. What he says that's always the most memorable is be in the moment. Be in the moment. Petting me or scratching me, but stay present, stay present. And that's, I think, what a lot of animals teach us.
Right. And Doug, well, the question is, because that's our next question, but the question here is the most memorable thing they said. Doug, has your dog said anything to you that was very, very memorable that you'll always think about?
They're always saying something, but I think really what you really say is, thank you for saving me.
Oh,
all of my
love
animals are adopted animals. So I just know they just continually say thank you on a daily basis because they make my life complete. So.
And Dr. Jennifer, maybe when you were working on a cat, did one of them say something to you interesting that you'll just remember that you felt like you really heard? Did you experience anything like that?
Well, I think that they all express levels of gratitude in different ways, and you feel it sometimes more than them saying it, but I see it. There's gratitude in every little face that we've saved or repaired the paws on, or big face, I should say. And that is, to me, a statement that is louder than anything I've ever heard from any human, that pure and simple gratitude.
That's what Doug said, and all my animals. Yes, Doug, were you going to add to that?
Well, I was just going to say, Dr. Jennifer has proof of an animal's gratitude. When she was in there doing some corrective surgery on one of those big cat's paws in her movie, just to see it in the beginning when it was crippled to the after part where it could just walk, that cat was smiling and was just so happy.
And hugging.
Like the sense of life had been restored. And to capture that, congratulations to Dr. Jennifer Conrad for that, because that was just incredible.
Right, and for bringing that to the world.
Thank you for saying that. I think that I want to make sure that everyone knows that we're all in this together. I'm doing the anti-declawing stuff because as a veterinarian, I can do that better than anybody else. But all of you who have your feet on the ground, who are picking up animals and saving the lives every single day, we're all working together, and I am very, very honored to be part of your group because all of you work so hard on doing things that are so important to be done. I'm trying to protect animals in a different way, but I am very honored that you guys do what you do and very proud of all of you for what you do.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jennifer. And one of the themes that we have on our show, which does go to the gratitude, and Tanya touched on this as well, is Smiley and I know that animals are healers and teachers. Lauren, what have you learned from working with all the dogs? What have you learned? What have they taught you?
I would say that they really taught me how to give back, not to just think of myself and be selfish, but to love everybody and to help out where you can.
Very good. And Tanya, you were starting on that. What has Sparky taught you?
A lot of patience, too. I can be a very patient type A person, and Sparky really has helped me with patience. And I think that then extends to being able to do more once you get grounded and having infinite patience with animals and situations that we may think, we don't have control of this. What can we do for these animals? Being in the moment, as I mentioned earlier, combined with patience, having patience. He had a situation with a groomer years ago. He used to let me do his nails without problem. And he had a groomer that cut 2 nails down so close he had to be rushed to the emergency room to have them cauterized. And, of course, that stayed with him. And then he became impossible for me to do his nails. But with patience, and it took a while, but slowly using behavioral techniques. Megan, you shared some great ideas with me when we talked about it. The patience it took to see him, it's been a couple years, and now he's back, and he's okay, and he's good with it. But it was a long process. I had to be patient, but to see that happy outcome, and they get us to slow down and pay attention, I think.
I love that. And one of the points that you made was how it can be a very animal-specific situation, but it's so easy to bring it to our own lives. Like Starfire, who you mentioned, my horse, he was headed to slaughter, and he's such a beautiful animal. animal. He's a registered Arabian purebred with world champions on both sides of his bloodline, but he had been made dangerous from being so harshly abused. And he teaches me every day a passion for life and just appreciating beauty and energy and everything. And all my animals teach lessons, but that oh my gosh, he just embodies it. Doug, what have you learned from animals?
To live life unconditionally. They
Yay.
don't ask me for anything, and just to give, and just to really, it's just, there's nothing about living, to be unconditional and just to give it all back to the community and to the other animals where it belongs.
Love it. And Dr. Jennifer, do you have a final lesson you want to share with us that you've learned from your cats?
I think that the most important lesson that animals teach us is that if you want to find happiness for yourself, seek happiness for them. And there's so much joy in making animals happy. And the other thing that I think that they teach us is animals don't covet anyone else's belongings or situation. Like, they don't care what car they're driving in. They're just happy to get to drive in a car. They don't care about anything like that. They're happy to have the relationship that they have, and we should really, really make sure that as human beings that we learn from that, because we spend so much time trying to make our own lives better with things, and that doesn't make us happy. What makes us happy is making animals happy.
Dr. Jennifer, I love that. I've asked people this question, I don't know, hundreds, if not thousands of times. It's actually my favorite question, and I've never heard that answer, and I love it. I'm going to really, really remember that. And so when you get home, thank all of your kitties for sharing that lesson with me. Thank them personally from me and Smiley. And I want to invite everybody to join us Saturday and Sunday, September 28th and 29th in Seal Beach and in Long Beach for Kindness Weekend. Lauren, give your website where people can get information for the Wag and Walk. Give it again, please.
You can register online for our event at www.sbacc.org/events.
Cool. And Doug, give the theater venue for Sunday and where people can get tickets and all of your information.
Okay, so the theater is going to be the Art Theater, and that's 4025 East 4th Street. And that's in Long Beach at 90804. And again, they can go to brownpapertickets.com. And I think I said brown bag last time, but it's brownpapertickets.com.
Okay, brown paper,
and
we got that.
They're taking their lunch. What can I say?
Doug, tell us the times. What time is the film festival starting?
It's going to start, we're going to open the doors at 11 a.m.
Okay.
And we're going to get the movie started at 12 p.m.
You're opening at 11 because we're going to be having 3 films and something else is going to happen, right? What else is going to happen besides those 3 films?
Well, what is an event without the Super Smiley Flash Mob for pet adoption?
Right. We're going to open with a Happily Ever After film. Then we're going to show Kindness, a Super Smiley documentary. And then right after the film, we're going to have the live Super Smiley Flash Mob for pet adoption. So we're opening the doors at 11. So whoever would like to dance with us, jump right out of the audience. We're going to have a quick run through right there in the theater. Is that what we have planned, Doug?
Well, it is, but what you don't know is this event is becoming so big that we've actually had to pay to have the doors open an hour early because the venue and everything keeps on talking. So you and I have a little bit more to talk about.
That's what I call a quality problem.
We are all over Facebook on this. We have 2 events posted, one for Saturday and one for Sunday. On Facebook, the Saturday event page is titled Super Smiley Flash Mob Wag and Walk. For Sunday, it's called Kindness, the Paw Project, and Super Smiley. All the information is there with the choreography link to learn the flash mob. And I'm also posting links on my page at facebook.com/Megan Blake. You can go to the Pet Post on Facebook, to Super Smiley on Facebook, and Tanya and Sparky Malarkey are also posting all over everything. And Tanya, will it be posted on your Pet Matchmaker page as well?
I believe so. And that would be thepetmatchmaker.com. Make sure the Kitties is in there, and you'll know it's the right website. There's a heart logo with Elaine, Hendrix, and her lovely fur kid, and you'll also see Happily Ever After there as well, and we're excited to be a part of this. Thank you again, you guys.
Very, very cool, Tanya. And Dr. Jennifer, tell us your website and Facebook one more time, too.
pawproject.org, so PAW project.org, or facebook.com/Paw Project. We have about 16,000 likes, and we're hoping to get over 30,000 because the AVMA, the American Veterinary Medical Association, the group that really condones declawing, has about 30,000. We want to get more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, let's all help. We're on board to help you raise those numbers, Dr. Jennifer.
Yes, go to Facebook and like the Paw Project. That's your homework. Yay! And we all know that all dogs are heroes, so remember to vote for your favorite hero dog at herodogawards.org. Thank you to the American Humane Association for asking Super Smiley to be the American Humane Association Hero Dog Spokesdog. And a huge thank you to our guests today, Tanya Dickson, Doug Erickson, Lauren Warfield, and Dr. Jennifer Conrad, and of course, Sparky Malarkey, who, like Smiley, who says in his song, "We have something to say.
The coolest thing you can do is kindness."
And from all of us here on Pet Life Radio on a Super Smiley adventure, until next time,
Wolf and Super Smile.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.